up, y'all? It's time to get higher with your girl, B. Big Earth Energy. That's what it stands for. You already know. And we talking higher consciousness. These talks here are to promote the adoption of the higher consciousness of giving a damn about our planet. We can't sit back anymore. It's time to make change. So come on, get higher with me and join the Big Earth Energy. Let's get into it. So since this is the first time I'm doing this, I kind of want it to be an introduction and just want to give you a little bit of background about myself and this my journey through sustainability, because I've made a lot of changes. I'm still on that journey making changes, and I just hope that my story can hopefully inspire or just plant a seed for other people to become more sustainable too, because it really does matter. It's been a long time in the making with no action. The very first Earth Day was April 22nd, 1970s. That was a really big movement in environmentalism, and that was 50 years ago. And to think about the history and that it's been that long and it's been 50 years with little to no action, it is time. It's time we make a stand. It's time that we make change for the future generations to come. We know it's not a politicized argument. It's not something to argue about. Right now, the facts are the facts, and the facts are that we need to start changing and doing things differently. It's already becoming detrimental, so I just want to help push this generation into just that change. And I'm that rapper saving the planet. I make music about environmentalism and sustainability. I've been making music for over 10 years. When I started, I was this whimsy pop singer, making music about bees, of course, because back then I was really passionate. I'm still passionate about bees. It's been one of my biggest environmental issues on my heart, let's just say. Promoting our pollinators is really important, because without them we aren't going to survive. So there's that. But so in my journey, I was doing stuff like that. I made these stingers. I end up finding out later, I use recyclable materials to make these things. My stingers are, for those on the podcast, they're my finger extensions. I wear them to tell people, don't sting, don't judge, just love. Because I found out a long time ago, I love learning from nature and getting these lessons. So I had realized that when a honeybee stings, it dies afterwards. And I was just like, wow, that's like such a sacrifice, And something inside me told me, like, people, we all have metaphorical stingers. And so I made mine real, because our stingers, we can sting by judging each other. And our sting, we die spiritually for it. And we might get multiple chances. That's why I got 5 of them. But yeah, I keep them on to say, don't sting, don't judge, just love. The reminder to just love and be love. So love and light, guys. So if anybody's wondering what the heck that is on my hands, they're my stingers. I've got different kinds. I maybe have an episode where I show you those. But yeah, so this is another form of my environmental art, because I use recyclable materials that would otherwise go in a landfill to make these things. And that's what environmental art is about. It's about not wasting, enriching. And so on my journey, I went back to school for environmental studies and sustainability. And while I was in school, my awareness got broadened to all the environmental issues that are out there, and it really just lit a fire inside of me, passion. And I just started to look around, like, to see what I could do. And I realized at the time I kind of felt a little bit powerless. And I know sometimes I see people out there commenting about posts about like the climate crisis and things like that, and people really do feel like they can't help, or it's like so big at this point that they can't make a difference. But that's not true. I felt that same way, and I started to think, well, I can't change, like make the government change, or these big companies. They're not going to listen to me. They haven't been listening for 50 years. So what is going to make the difference now? And so as I sat and I thought about it, I was like making some of my own changes in my own life, and I started channeling it into my music as well. And I realized I could creatively educate others about environmentalism and sustainability. And I ended up switching to hip hop because hip hop is just such an empowering movement. It's when you're, bopping along to your favorite rapper, it's just like you're empowered, like you're that bitch, like it's happening, it's popping, like. And that's how I feel about sustainability. I'm made these choices. I stopped eating meat because I realized how the meat industry was just bad for our planet. But that was one of the first changes I made, because I was like, okay, well, I can't really do much, but I could change my diet. I was like, that's one thing I do have control over that I can change. And so I did that. It's been like 3 years now. That's just a simple thing, but changing products that I buy. I started, and I'm still looking at products that I buy. Please, if you guys have any suggestions, drop them down in the comments of things that you use. But I changed like my paper products to bamboo, so it's not wasting trees. Just trying to be innovative, and I think that's what's important. We're the generation that's going to make this change, and we have so much opportunity to be innovative about it. And there's so many minds that are coming up with these products that we can use as well. We just need to buy them. And that's the thing, like, we can vote with our wallet. That's another thing. You think you don't have power to do something, but we have power in what we buy. And I started to think about it, and I realized that we can shift the market. If we all said, I want this and not that, those big companies would end up changing either way. Because if I learned anything from economics, and I really did not like that class, but the supply is dependent on the demand. So, if there's a high demand, they're going to supply it more. But it's like, if nobody wants it, they're gonna start looking around at their competitors and seeing what we're into, the consumers. And coming from America and such a consumer nation, it's hard to change the mindset of other people, because at this point it's convenient. Convenience makes it easy to destroy the planet. And that's sad to say. But it's true. Convenience destroys our planet. The status quo convenience that we have right now. Fast is not the best. But if we could switch right now from convenience into consciousness and really thinking about the things that we're buying or the steps that we're taking, if we took that time and a little bit of effort, eventually it'll become convenient. Because these companies will make it convenient to us, but we aren't telling them that right now. So they aren't listening. They aren't, because nobody's asking for it. There are some people, and like I said, I'm only hoping to plant a seed or inspire some people. I'm not trying to tell anybody that they're wrong, the way they're living or what they're doing. But like, what I like to say is, it's not our fault, but it is our fight. If you give a damn about your kids, these future generations to come, even yourself, like, let's make life easier. Let's show the planet some love, because she needs it. Got all these crazy weather events happening and all kinds of signs. Like, the alarm bells are ringing. We need to come together. And that's what these talks that I'm introducing, I know I'm a little late on this train, but I'm hoping that it brings a community together to have these hard conversations, but to elevate the mindset, to adopt the higher consciousness, to really take into consideration our planet and what's going to really help it and positively impact it. So my name's B, stands for Big Earth Energy. Please, 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 if you like what I'm talking about, like, share, subscribe, and check out my music. I'm rapping about saving the planet. So I'll catch you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.
Anything you want, could have it. Everything, reach out and grab it. Now let me tell you about the couple things I'm thinking about. It's something